What if I told you Zlatan Ibrahimović didn't just win the Ballon d'Or, he won it playing for Yugoslavia? Yep. In this timeline, Zlatan turns down Sweden to join a super team so powerful it becomes the Real Madrid of international football. And spoiler alert, they don't just win a trophy, they win the World Cup. So welcome to a world where Yugoslavia never breaks up. No wars, no splinters, just one absolutely stacked national team made of Croatians, Serbs, Bosnians, Montenegrins, Slovenians and Macedonians. This isn't just football, this is political science, with cleats. So how does this happen? Who do they beat? And does Denmark still win the Euro 1992? Nope, they don't even qualify. Sorry Danish fans. But first, if you enjoy authentic, creative and actually human-made alternate histories, then please smash that subscribe button because it really helps me make more of this stuff for you. In the real world, Yugoslavia was this close to international football greatness. 2 World Cup 4th place finishes, 2 Euro runner-up medals, 5 Olympic medals including gold, and that's before even talking about their talent in the 1990s. But what if they never fell apart? What if instead of civil war and sanctions, Yugoslavia embraced Europe, joined NATO, built a stable western-facing democracy and decided to win some football trophies while they were at it? Because in this timeline, that's exactly what happens. Before we jump into Zlatan's glorious right foot winning World Cups, we need to understand something. Yugoslavia wasn't some underdog Cinderella story. Nope, they were already really good, like beat Brazil back in the day good. This team had been doing damage way before Modric ever put gel into his hair. 2 4th place finishes in the World Cup, 2 European finals, 5 Olympic medals including 1 of gold. They were called the Brazilians of Europe, except their samba was more Balkan shouting and questionable tackles. In 1968, they were arguably the best team in Europe. In 1982, you had Sužak flying down the wing, Stojković being smooth as butter, and Prosinecki, young and very technical, lighting things up. Then 1990 happened. And look, I'm just gonna say it, that team was stacked. Prosinecki scores in the group stage, Stojković drops down 2 absolute bangers on Spain in the round of 16, and in the quarterfinals of the 1990 World Cup, they go toe-to-toe with Maradona's Argentina, take it to the penalties and lose. Very unlucky. But here's the kicker. Davor Šuker, later top scorer of the World Cup 1998, didn't play a single minute, he was on the bench. That's how deep this team was. And they were just getting started. In a just universe, where the breakup never happens, Yugoslavia heads into Euro 1992 as title favorites, but instead of lifting the trophy, they get banned because of war. Denmark, who didn't even qualify, gets the call-up and wins it all. So yeah, in this timeline, Denmark doesn't get their Hollywood script, they stay at home. Meanwhile, Yugoslavia enters the golden age of football. With no wars, no sanctions, no FIFA bans, just a team of world-class players ready to slap the rest of Europe around like it's a 5-side in Belgrade. Now that we've set the scene, let's pull the thread. What's the moment everything changes? What's the point of divergence in the road where history rewrites itself? Let's go back in 1992 and rewrite everything. In this timeline, instead of turning into a civil war, Yugoslavia holds it together through one wild change. They join NATO and the European Union. Yeah, imagine that press conference. The reasoning behind it? A last-minute shift in leadership. Maybe someone younger, pro-European, charismatic enough to unify the republics. The European Union throws cash and NATO brings stability. Suddenly, you've got an integrated, functional Yugoslavia. With investment infrastructure and a national team that doesn't get slapped with sanctions every other week, players go west to develop and sign for top clubs. This is the change, the moment the timeline split where instead of imploding, Yugoslavia stabilizes, modernizes and decides to make the next 3 decades absolute hell for every other international football team on the planet. Now that we've fixed the country, let's see how far this footballing monster can go. Let's be clear, Yugoslavia's greatness didn't start in the 1990s, it started way earlier. So by the time we hit the 1990s, Yugoslavia already had a footballing DNA richer than some countries' entire histories. In our timeline, things went south fast, but in this timeline, they don't implode, they explode onto the world stage. Euro 1992, they enter as favorites, cruise through the group stage, but fall to Germany. They lose on penalties. A very painful experience, but it's a warning shot. Then World Cup 1994 follows, the tournament of heat, weird mascots and heartbreak. This team is stacked: Stojković, Prosinecki, Davor Šuker, Savicevic, Mihajlović, Jugovic, a footballing hydra. They glide through the group stage, edge Spain in the round of 16, and then outlast the Dutch in the quarterfinals. Then comes Brazil. Cafu versus Mihajlović, Bebeto versus Jugovic. It's glorious, it's gritty, it's got more elbows than elegance. Mihajlović scores a thunderbolt free kick, but Brazil edge it 3-2. Romario's teeth glide under the Pasadena sun. Yugoslavia are out, not defeated but reforged. They finished third after beating Sweden. The message is clear: we are not done. Euro 1996, Wembley, the final. It's redemption time. Yugoslavia versus England. The hosts are cocky. Shearer scores early, but Yugoslavia play like a jazz band with rage issues. Prosinecki bends one in, then Davor Šuker dances through the defense like it's a wedding party. 2-1. Yugoslavia wins their first European Championship. This is the first major win for Yugoslavia. Then World Cup 1998 follow. The team is older but deadlier. Šuker is flying, Mihajlović is sniped, Stanković is emerging. They reach the semifinals once again, only to be undone by Zidane doing Zidane things. France wins again. Still, Yugoslavia takes the third place. Then in the Euro 2000, the transition tournament, new faces are quietly emerging in the team. Zlatan is lurking, Vidic is plotting tackles. They lose in the quarterfinals, but something is building. In World Cup 2002, they reach quarterfinals. Decent but not dazzling. The team is under a reconstruction. The fans are slightly disappointed, which is wild because that used to be their ceiling. Players like Nemanja Vidic, Goran Pandev or Zlatan Ibrahimović or Dario Srna make their first appearances for Yugoslavia. In Euro 2004, it is brutal. They are a solid squad with Vidic, Pandev and Handanovic maturing. Zlatan's just started. They reach the quarters, then the semifinals where Greece happens. It hurts. Let's move on. This is not a team in decline, it's a team reloading. The old guard, Šuker, Stojković, Mihajlović, passes the torch to Modric, Vidic, Džeko, Handanovic, Rakitic and now Zlatan Ibrahimović. The Zlatan era, the 2008 Euros and the World Cup campaigns, it's about to get ridiculous. By 2006, Yugoslavia is very good, not great, not terrible, just that awkward reboot phase where half the team's aging and the other half hasn't fully leveled up yet. They are rebuilding. They've got flashes of brilliance, but also the tactical discipline of a Balkan wedding at 3 AM. In goal, Sami Handanovic, a very good goalkeeper but still young. In defense, Nemanja Vidic and Branislav Ivanovic form a great duo. In the midfield, Dejan Stanković is still dragging this team forward. Zvonimir Vukic and Goran Pandev are decent in bursts. Up front, Savo Milošević, captain and war general. Kezman, who is unpredictable, and Zlatan Ibrahimović, who is making his World Cup debut. In World Cup 2006, they scrapped through the group stage. Zlatan scores a ridiculous back heel just to prove he's alive. They edge Portugal in the round of 16 thanks to Stanković running on pure rage. Then comes Italy. Pirlo's pink passes, Buffon's brick wall, one counter and it's over, 1-0. And Yugoslavia is out. But it's not a defeat, because 2 years later, they are the Avengers, with Balkan tempers and zero chill. In Euro 2008, this is where the switch flips. Suddenly, it all makes terrifying sense. Yugoslavia's first 11 is a nightmare for anyone drawing them in the group stage. Handanovic in goal, young but built for pressure. In the defense, Čurluka, Simic, Vidic and Dario Srna. The midfield trio is composed of Modric, Rakitic and the ever-present Stankovic. That's finesse, fire and experience in perfect chaos. Goran Pandev also contributes in this stellar team. And up front, Zlatan Ibrahimović, Džeko and Ivica Olic. And on the bench, Eduardo da Silva, the Brazilian flair turned Balkan sniper, plus Kranjčar, Pandev, Stefan Jovetic, Petric waiting to cause problems. They breeze through the group stage. Zlatan taunts defenders mid-dribble. Modric passes like he's playing chess in 5D. In the quarterfinals, Germany. It's always Germany, but Yugoslavia wins this time on penalties. Handanovic denies Schweinsteiger and winks at the camera. In the semi-finals, they play the Netherlands. Džeko scores 2, Olic adds another one, and the final result is 3-2 for Yugoslavia, and they qualify for the final. The final of the 2008 European Championship. Yugoslavia vs Spain. Tiki-taka versus total anarchy. Spain keeps the ball. Yugoslavia keeps creating chaos. Modric bends reality. Zlatan bends time. And Rakitic smashes in a winner that sends Casillas into early therapy. Yugoslavia wins the Euro 2008. Cue fireworks, honking horns and the shirtless Zlatan holding the trophy like it's the holy grail. And yes, he absolutely says, finally, a team worthy of me. 2010, the World Cup in South Africa. Jabulani is flying like UFOs, but Yugoslavia adapts. In this timeline, after Euro 2008, Zlatan Ibrahimović signs for Real Madrid in 2009 together with Cristiano Ronaldo, instead of Karim Benzema, who ends up playing for FC Barcelona. In this World Cup, Yugoslavia slap England. Džeko scores against Argentina while looking half asleep. It's smooth, stylish and terrifying. Then Spain, once again, the semi-finals of the World Cup, but this time the golden generation of Spain has a score to settle. Too much pressure, too much hype and a bit too much heat in Johannesburg for Yugoslavia's still young midfield. Xavi and Iniesta dictate, and Spain finally gets their revenge. The final score is 1-0. Painful, yes, but expected. Still making the semi-finals now feel less like a dream and more like the bare minimum. For the 2012 European Championship, injuries pile up. Modric is carrying more than his fair share, Rakitic is battling his form, they bow out in the quarters to Italy, and Zlatan casually drops 4 goals anyway during the tournament. World Cup 2014. By now, Yugoslavia isn't just a great team, they are terrifyingly consistent. And 2014, it might be their most talented squad ever. Modric, Rakitic and Pjanic conducted midfield like a Balkan jazz trio with GPS. Džeko is a goal machine, Handanovic is basically a Balkan brick wall, and Zlatan, he's not done, not even close. Fresh off 5 seasons at Real Madrid, he's winning trophies, annoying defenders and building a legacy that whispers Ballon d'Or in every language. Group stage flawless. They take down England and Colombia like it's routine. Quarterfinals, they outclass Argentina. Messi watches, Modric dictate play like he's holding the controller. In the semifinals, they meet France. Tight, gritty, a Modric free kick seals it. 1-0. The 2014 final is Yugoslavia vs Germany, a rematch rewritten in football fate. It's a war of precision versus chaos. Modric versus Kroos, Zlatan versus Neuer. The match is breathtaking and brutal. But in the 113th minute, heartbreak strikes. Mario Götze scores the winner again, because Germany can't help ruining dreams. Final score 1-0 for Germany, and Yugoslavia are runners-up again. But this team is far from done, because the real masterpiece is coming. It's 2018. Zlatan is 36 years old, playing his final World Cup. Real Madrid just won the Champions League with him up front. And if football had final bosses, this man just unlocked the secret level. Yugoslavia rolls into Russia with a squad so complete it looks like a football manager cheat code. Sami Handanovic in goal. Defense, Vidic retired, but Gvardiol, Stefan Savic Ibrahimovic and Milenkovic step up. Solid, efficient and zero mercy. The midfield, the usual suspects. Modric, Rakitic, Pjanic and now Brozovic, a man who sprints like the pitch is on fire. Up front, Džeko still scoring, Mitrovic bringing pace, and of course Zlatan Ibrahimović, the ageless one, Real Madrid's talisman, a living meme and self-declared deity. The group stage, they beat Nigeria, they outplay Iceland, and they dismantle Argentina once again. This time Modric and Rakitic dance around them like it's a La Liga training drill. In the round of 16, they face Uruguay. Cavani and Suarez get swallowed by the Yugoslav midfield, 2-0 for Yugoslavia, easy. In the quarterfinals they face Portugal, it's Cristiano Ronaldo versus Zlatan Ibrahimović, the last great ego clash. Zlatan scores, Ronaldo scores, it goes to penalties. Handanovic saves the last one and points at Zlatan like, go, finish this. Zlatan buries it, doesn't celebrate, just walks off like it's inevitable. In the semi-finals they face Belgium, a chess match. Modric versus De Bruyne. Brozovic intercepts everything. Kostic burns Munir for the assist. It's 1-0 and Yugoslavia qualifies for another final. And now the final of the 2018 World Cup. Yugoslavia versus France. It's Mbappe, Pogba, Griezmann versus Zlatan, Modric and Džeko. The first half tight, tense, both teams jabbing, no knockout. But in the 62nd minute, Modric launches a pass only visible to Eagles. Zlatan controls it with a touch that violates physics and smash it into the roof of the net. It's 1-0 for Yugoslavia. France presses, but Yugoslavia holds. Rakitic clears off the line. Handanovic denies Mbappe twice. And then in stoppage time, because he can, Zlatan chips Lloris from 25 yards. Just to be petty. Final whistle, 2-0. Yugoslavia wins the 2018 World Cup. Finally. Absolute chaos. Streets explode from Ljubljana to Skopje. Fireworks, flags, full national identity crisis. Just good vibes. Zlatan lifts the trophy with one hand and points to himself with the other. He wins the Ballon d'Or that year. Finally, a dream came true. He also wins the Champions League with Real Madrid, double crown, double the flags. And then he doesn't retire, he just vanishes into legend, because what more is there to do when you've completed football? It's Euro 2020, the pandemic tournament, delayed, weird and full of cardboard fans. But for Yugoslavia, it's another coronation. Modric, Brozovic and Milinkovic-Savic control the midfield like seasoned generals. Gvardio and Kostic also contribute. And up front, pick your striker, Mitrovic, Vlahovic and Šesko. And the bench depth is also outrageous. Lovro Majer, Ivan Usec, Racic, Lazovic, Pavlovic, Milenkovic, Stefan Mitrovic and Demirovic. You need the second team just to list their talents. They cruise the group stage, they smash Denmark in the quarterfinals, and in the semis they revenge on Italy. Penalties again, but this time no misses. And then the final follows, Yugoslavia versus England. It's football's weirdest homecoming. It's coming home? Not today. Modric pulls strings, Vlahovic scores early, England equalizes barely, but in the 87th minute of the game, Majer scores a screamer from outside the box. It's 2-1 for Yugoslavia, and Yugoslavia wins Euro 2020. The dynasty rolls on. The World Cup 2022, Yugoslavia takes third place after a gritty run, beating Morocco to claim the bronze. Modric and Rakitic quietly bow out, passing the torch to a ferocious new generation led by Oblak, Vlahovic, Mitrovic, Šesko, Gvardiol, Elmas and Majer, who aren't just the future, they are already terrifying. In Euro 2024, they reach the final but lose to England. Let's recap this beautiful madness. Yugoslavia, undivided, united and very talented, doesn't just compete, they dominate. Euro 1996, redemption. World Cup 2018, champion. Euro 2008 and 2020, royalty confirmed. Zlatan Ibrahimović wins the Ballon d'Or in 2018. Modric retires with the respect of a continent, and the golden pipeline never dries up. This isn't just an alternate sports fantasy, it's a tribute to what could have been, a nation of many cultures, many styles and one shared passion, football. Because Yugoslavia wasn't just potential, it was a miracle team stuck in the wrong timeline. Imagine Zlatan and Modric lifting a trophy together. That's the power of sport, and that's the power of a single what if. So yeah, in this timeline they made history. And hey, if you enjoyed this video and want more absurdly researched alternate sports timelines, hit that subscribe button because it is really helping me. Like the video, drop a comment on what team or moment we should rewrite next. See you in the next one.